All we talk is money. All we talk
Explain
is money.
blockchain technology and cryptocurrency.
This is like email, but with money.
Blowing my mind over here.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And I fell in love with blockchain.
Doing things. What's up? Who's looking fresh? Are you a Bitcoin miner? Is that what you are?
Absolutely not.
You're not.
Who are you trying to fool?
Drop mic.
He just dropped the mic on it. Hey, we out here, the crypto! We are here at the North American Bitcoin Conference here in my hometown of Miami. How lucky are we? And this is the largest blockchain crypto conference the world has ever known.
All we talk is money. All we talk is money.
Are you a trader? Are you a miner? Are you a...
I am a technologist, a developer.
But you were an early adopter.
No, and as soon as I came, I was all in.
This guy's a gangster. All right, and we're rolling. Boom. And we're here with Ty Lopez.
What's up, man?
What brings you out here to the crypto conference, dude?
You know, one of my mentors said never be the first or the last to catch a trend. So
Jake, the crypto king, he's down here in South Florida. More than anybody I know, he knows more about cryptocurrency.
I'm the Bank of Erica. I help people become their own bank. By day, I am an aircraft trader, buying and selling airplanes. By night, I am a crypto trader.
I came across Forex with Austin. You know, together we ran game, and it's been a blessing that we came across Forex at the time we did with crypto.
Mining, investing, also trading as well. So we just caught the wave.
What are you doing with Bitcoin?
Hodler, trader.
Hodler?
Hodler, yeah.
What's a hodler, dude?
I buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold.
We're here with literally a Bitcoin miner. Are you a Bitcoin miner? Is that what you are?
Absolutely not.
You're not. What are you doing here then?
Working on the elevators.
Oh, you were. Oh, I thought you might have been a Bitcoin miner. Oh shit, my bad. All right. What do you think about what's going on here with all this crypto, Bitcoin? Any thoughts?
Interesting, the wave of the future, I guess.
Explain blockchain technology and cryptocurrency to a fifth grader.
Okay. So,
Whoa, you touching the mic now? What's going on here, Bob? This kid.
When people first come to Bitcoin, they're very critical. Just a little bit. Just
Yeah, you're just not talking very loud. So
yeah.
Well, I can give you an analogy.
whatever you'd like.
It's like using email, sending a letter via email as opposed to sending it via the U.S. Post Office. How about that?
This is like email, but with money.
Email for money. Blowing my mind over here. Basically, I'm going to break that down. It's that new school shit versus that old school shit. Is that fair?
Oh, for a fifth grader.
For a fifth grader, we're doing it.
But what it is, it's a new technology that allows for the decentralization of many things, of information, of contracts, of anywhere that stores value can store it better on the blockchain. The blockchain is, one, infinitely more secure than anything that we know of right now.
It's an interlinking of computer networks. So multiple computer systems are connected to each other, which make them, in essence, unhackable. By them being linked together, money can transport back and forth on these networks for a lot less money than it would cost to use your typical bank.
A lot of it's about money, but there's also a lot about energy, healthcare, identity, supply chain management, agriculture, gaming.
It's more than just money. It's all sectors.
It's a paradigm-shifting technology.
It's really all about open and decentralized way of doing things.
Trackable, it's immutable, it's decentralized. It's basically allowing you to create truly free marketplaces.
And you control your records, and it's also really private.
But what it is a financial revolution that is allowing us to get free from the control of the banks and the governments.
Love that. So you're a big believer in this?
Oh God, yes. I used to be in finance. I was in banking actually for 15 years.
Whoa. So blockchain good.
Very good. And I'm for regulating it. I'm for the government taxing it. All these traders want to pay their taxes on the money they've made. The government allowing people to trade allows us to pay the taxes, which in turn makes everyone happy.
And I fell in love with blockchain. And I said, I can't.
You broke up with your man and you said, I'm going with blockchain now, buddy. So you think this is all good stuff?
It's awesome stuff.
Cryptocurrency is basically digital cash that you can send to anybody.
So you want to send money to grandma who is in another country, you can do that very quickly because, you know, or grandma, more importantly, needs to send us $25 for their birthday.
Why we call them crypto is because it's based on cryptography, which is the mechanism through which we make sure that no one can change it if they don't own it.
Dan, you know what you're talking about. Is this double down on the Big Brother concept? Good question.
So actually it gives the people back the power back to the people. This intermediates rules, and you are allowed to be your own bank. You're allowed to run your own life. So it takes a little bit of the power that the Big Brother has been collecting over the years, and it actually gives it back to you, the citizen.
You're giving power to the people, power to the people, power to the people.
It's just decentralized currency. It's really a way to give power back to the people. We live in one of the most connected ages to ever walk the face of the earth. So right now, that's why you see crypto exploding, because it's giving power to the people. It's such a connecting way to utilize money.
It's actual ownership of their own money. Drop mic.
He just dropped the mic on it. Blockchain is basically the internet 3.0, and currencies can create wealth for everyone, eliminating third parties like banks. Right. Do you believe that?
Absolutely.
You're trying to replace banks, huh?
That is absolutely right. We need to get rid of those middlemen, and banks are just middlemen who skim stuff off the top, and they provide no real service to me.
Fiat currency is based upon faith now because there's no more gold standard. So,
what is a fiat?
Fiat is a legal tender of a currency of a government. So in America, dollars.
Holla, holla, get your dollar.
It's backed on faith, and so is cryptocurrency. But there's an intrinsic value, and that value is the technology behind it.
You don't think this is ultimately replacing the dollar or the euro or the pound? It's just sort of in the mix with all that.
So the dollar and the pound and banks were necessary. They got us here. They got us this far.
Yeah.
This technology no longer makes them necessary.
So you're a big believer.
Absolutely. It's not going. It's here just like the internet's here.
So do you feel controlled by the banks and the governments?
I'm going to say, yeah, for sure. They definitely, 2007, 2008, the financial crisis happened. And that was because the banks and governments were working hand in hand to, do these subprime mortgage rates. It really didn't help anybody. And now, out of the crash of 2007, 2008. 2008.
Okay.
That's what Bitcoin was born out of. It was born out of a group of people who were really upset that this happened and there was no uproar. The banks got bailed out. America became trillions of dollars in debt basically overnight, and nothing happened. So they developed this new technology, and it's improving lives in so many different ways. There's so much economic opportunity.
And on top of that, if you look at things going back to, say, 2008, you'll see that the banking powers of the world are doing things that aren't necessarily all that trustworthy.
And this mysterious, and I'll probably butcher his name, let me know, Satoshi Nakamoto. Did I do that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Satoshi. It's a pseudonym, and it's not necessarily one person. It could actually probably is a group of developers who work together. They want to be libertarian, live and let live. And so,
what is the libertarian component? Tell me about that.
Okay, so the starters of blockchains were libertarians. It's this concept of being voluntary, right? I shouldn't have to do business with somebody that I don't want to do business with. Right now in the current system, because of banks, if I want to send you money, I have to go through my bank.
Yep.
And with blockchain, I can just directly send it to you. So very, very revolutionary.
Ooh.
Same with me. It took me a very long time, many times of discrediting Bitcoin and saying like, no, this is, I don't believe in this. This is no good. But then when you start really digging in and you have that personal moment where you understand that this is actually like a technology that can change the world. It can't just change the world. It can upgrade the world. It can upgrade civilization. This is a cure to a lot of the systemic, centralized control systems that have held us back from growth and creation.
But you're at least in charge of your own money and your own destiny.
Smart dude. It looks like a rabbi. I don't know what's going on, but he's got amazing advice. Looks like we're here with Moses over here. They say that this space is potentially a bubble. Is that right? Wrong? Correct? Up? Down? What do you think, Bob?
Absolutely correct.
You think it is a bubble?
We're in the
Why?
We're .com bubble. Same again.
100%? 100%?
100%.
Corrections happen. Corrections have happened just this week.
Your thoughts on that?
It is not a bubble. Just with all the great technology, the fact that so many of these large organizations, IBM, Microsoft, Google, they all know it's big. They're not quite sure how it's going to be big, but they know it's big, and they've all taken steps to have blockchain departments.
You remember when the .com bubble burst and everyone stopped using the internet?
No.
Correct. Right. Because it didn't happen. Because there was, there was a real revolutionary technology behind it, and it's the same here. Is blockchain is the next wave of the internet, of the web.
The bubble's growing. If I was to give an estimate, we'd be in 1924 of the 1929 stock market bubble. So we're in a healthy point in the bubble growth, but I don't think we're peaking.
So, for example, although I am a Bitcoin investor and I do believe in this space, I wouldn't put everything in it. I think you need exposure there. I think everyone needs exposure there.
And what really makes me happy about this is that I can't wait to say in 5 years I was there at the very beginning when we weren't sure what it was going to be, but we knew we had something great, something big.
One thing I would mention about crypto is although we've gone exponentially, very little of the crypto money is being backed by debt growth. So where there's no debt, I think there's still some room for growth.
Where do you think Bitcoin will be in 2018, and speak to it beyond 2020, if you will?
I think 2017 was the beginning of mass adoption. Right now, the majority of people, the majority of Americans especially, don't own crypto right now. By the end of 2018, I think that will change exponentially.
90% of all startups are a failure anyway.
The number?
In real business, with real businesses, it's hard to do business anyway. Lots and lots of stuff in the space is, here's a white paper and a dream, we promise we'll do this. They may not.
I don't know, and I think anybody who tells you otherwise is, again, talking out of their ass. I think that there are so many unknowns from technical perspectives, regulatory perspective, market acceptance perspective. It's as likely to go up a lot as it is to go down a lot.
Where do you expect the Bitcoin and crypto to be in 2018 and 2020? What are your thoughts on that?
I think Bill Gates said it's going to be hard to stop. So it's one of those trends you either, what's the saying? If you can't beat it, join it.
You can't beat them, join them. That's why I'm here with Ty right now. You can't beat them, we're joining them.
All we talk is money. All we talk is money.
Give some knowledge to the youth out there.
So this would be equivalent to having the opportunity to buy into Apple stock in the early 1990s, okay?
It's still a gamble, so don't put money into it if you can't afford to lose it. That's at least how I...
Very good advice.
And always make sure, always make sure you only invest money that you can afford to lose.
Ooh.
Go out there, get your ass in motion, go to conferences, go to events. You are the average of the people you hang out with. If you hang out with 5 broke people, you're probably going to be the 6th. You hang out with 5 crypto millionaires, you'll probably be the 6th. So get around.
What Austin's saying is that your network is your net worth. They're dropping knowledge. Hopefully the kids at home are listening.
I'm going to say, if you're a trader, buy low, sell high.
Risk what you're willing to gamble. If you're not willing to gamble it, it's not worth it in crypto. Buy low, sell high.
Drop mic.
The key takeaways that I would say is it's not too late to get into this. More importantly, it's not too late to learn, but don't put everything all in one. Diversify. And overall, one thing I will say is the blockchain does seem to be the wave of the future. Get knowledgeable about what's going on here. And as always, save that money.
Drop mic.
He just dropped the mic on it.
All we talk is money. 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 All we talk is money.